Dear student, I give lecture on Introduction to Automatic Generation Control and Basic Generator Control Loops in Automatic Generation Control. Student, we studied about the Introduction to Automatic Generation Control. The main objective of the power system operation control is, first one is to maintain the continuous power supply with an acceptable quality to all the consumers in the power system. Second, how to maintain the equilibrium condition in the power system. When there is a balance between the power demand and power generated in the power system, we can maintain the equilibrium in the power system. Suppose the power is AC. The AC power consists of real and reactive components. The real power balance as well as the reactive power balance is to be achieved by the automatic generation control AGC. The abbreviation is AGC. In an electric power system, the automatic generation control is a system for adjusting the power output of multiple generators at different power plants in the response of the changes in the load. Suppose the power grid requires that generation and the load closely balance the movement. The frequent adjustment to the output of the generators are necessary. The balance can be judged by the measuring of the system frequency. Balance means real power balance, reactive power balance. If the system frequency is increasing, more power is generated than the used power, which causes all the machines in the power system to accelerate. Suppose the power system frequency is decreasing, the more load is on the power system than the instantaneous generation can provide, which causes all the generator to slow down. This is the effect of system frequency on the interconnected power system. There are two types of basic control mechanism used in the interconnected power system. The purpose of basic control mechanism is used to achieve reactive power balance, that is acceptable voltage profile. The second one is real power balance, that is acceptable frequency values. The voltage profile is performed by the automatic voltage regulator, which is denoted by AVR. The acceptable frequency profile is regulated by the automatic load frequency control, which is denoted by ALFC. What is the need of automatic generation control? The first one is, as our development has increased, therefore there has been a higher demand of the electrical power loads both on industrial scale as well as the domestic scale. The second one is, as the number increases, it is also the imperative to manage load properly, since a failure to do so the result in frequency fluctuation and the voltage drop in the interconnected power system. What are the reasons for limiting the frequency deviations in the interconnected power system? Suppose we consider the three-phase AC motor, which is running at a speed. The speed is directly proportional to frequency because the formula N is equal to 120 F divided by P. Okay. The variation of the system frequency will directly affect the motor performance because the speed directly proportional to frequency. The second one is the blades of the steam turbine, that is the runner of the steam turbine as well as the water turbine. Both are designed to operate at a particular speed, and the particular frequency variations will cause the change in the speed. So this will lead to excessive vibration and cause damage to the turbine blades of the steam turbine as well as the water turbine, That's why we have to limit the frequency deviations in the interconnected power system by using automatic generation control. Dear student, I hope that still now we understand the introduction to automatic generation control. Now we studied about the basic generator control loop. The diagram represents the schematic diagram or the block diagram of basic control loop. The basic generator control loop consists of two loops. One is AVR loop, another one is ALFC loop. Okay, so the AVR loop is nothing but the generator voltage control system. The ALFC means generator load frequency control system. Okay, now you see the circuit diagram. Okay, this is the generator. Okay, the potential transformer PT is nothing but the potential transformer is used to measure the actual terminal voltage of the generator. This voltage is rectified and filtered by the rectifier and filter. Finally, we are getting the modulus of Vt. That is, a del modulus of Vt means the change in the terminal voltage of the generator. Okay. Then this is the one of the input of the comparator. This is the comparator circuit. Now you see this is the reference voltage. So the reference voltage V reference, that is modulus of V reference, and the terminal voltage of the generator Vt, both are compared in the comparator to obtain the error voltage. Error voltage, that is denoted by del E. Okay, that is the error voltage. Then the error voltage is applied to the amplifier and it is amplified. So the output of the amplifier is applied to the exciter. This is the exciter. So what is the use of exciter? The exciter is nothing but the used to give DC power supply to the field circuit of the generator. Okay. Now the generator works and then produces voltage. That voltage is stepped up by the transformer and transmit to the consumer. So this is the loop. So this loop only is called as the AVR loop. This loop is called as the AVR loop. AVR loop. The whole term. What are the term? That is the potential transformer, rectifier and filter, comparator, amplifier, exciter, generator. These are is the AVR loop. What is the load, generator load frequency loop is, the remaining one is the load frequency control loop. This is the frequency sensor. Okay, this is the frequency sensor. What is the function of frequency sensor? The sensor is used to measure the actual frequency of the generator. The frequency is directly proportional to speed because Ns is equal to 120F divided by P. Okay. Now this frequency comes to here. This is the F. Okay. Then this is the die line power. This is the die line power. The die line power and then the frequency. Okay. So the die line power means the more than one power system are interconnected. Okay. Then the power systems are synchronized. So the synchronized power comes to here through die line only. That is called as a die line power. This is the speed changer. So depending upon the frequency, the speed changer position vary. That means either low speed or the high speed. Okay, the speed changer indicate the whether the actual speed of the generator is low or high based on the frequency. Formula what I am telling, ns equal to 120 f divided by p. Okay, then this is the speed governor. This is the speed governor. Okay, the speed governor, what is the function of speed governor? It is governing the speed, okay, based on the um, output of the speed changer. What is the output of the speed changer? That means del p reference. Del p reference, this is the output of the speed changer. This is the input of the speed governor. What is the output of the speed governor? Is the del pc. This is the output of the speed governor. Okay, this is the input of the hydraulic amplifier. The output of the hydraulic amplifier is nothing but what? Del pv. Okay, so this is the control valve. This valve is used to control the input to the turbine. The turbine and the generator both are coupled mechanically and electrically isolated. This is the speed sensor. The speed sensor is used to sense the actual speed of the generator, which is governed by the speed governor. Okay, this is the closed loop only. So the turbine output depends on the input of the turbine. So the input of the turbine controlled by the control valve only. Okay, so the operation of the control valve depends upon the operation of the speed governor. Okay, and with hydraulic amplifier. Okay, so these are the working functions of the basic generator control loops. Once again I repeated, students, the basic generator control loop consists of generator voltage regulator control loop AVR. Another one is generator load frequency control loop ALFC. Okay, so the AVR loop mean it consists of potential transformer, rectifier and filter, comparator, amplifier, exciter. Okay, so this is the AVR loop. Okay, and then ALFC loop means that is the frequency sensor, die line power, speed changer, speed governor, hydraulic amplifier, control valve, turbine, speed sensor, generator. So these are the automatic load frequency control loop. Students, now what are the difference between the AVR control loop and the ALFC control loop? Under this topic, how the question will come in VTU examination, compare AVR loop and the ALFC loop. Otherwise, write down the function of AVR loop and the ALFC control loop. Okay, so the both loops are a automatic control loop only. Okay, so the AVR loop is used to regulate the voltage of the generator, which is proportional to the speed and excitation of the generator. Similarly, the automatic load frequency control loop is used to regulate the system frequency, that is maintain the system frequency. This is the first comparison. The second one is the speed is being constant, the field excitation of the generator is used to control the voltage of the generator. Okay, here the how to maintaining the system frequency, if we are maintaining the system frequency as a constant, is known as the automatic load frequency control ALFC. If the voltage control system is called the excitation control system or automatic voltage regulator AVR. Okay, then what is the basic role of automatic voltage regulator? It is used to provide constancy of the generator terminal voltage during normal and slow changes in the load. Normal means under normal load condition, slow changes mean slight changes in the load, which is denoted by delta. The slow changes indicate the delta. So the load change. Then the another basic role of automatic voltage regulator is to regulate the reactive power. Okay, Now you come to ALFC control loop. The basic role of the ALFC control loop to maintain the desired megawatt output power of the generator with the change in the load. The second one is to control the frequency of the larger interconnected power system. The third one is to keep the net interchange power between the pool members at the predetermined values through the die lines. The last one is the ALFC loop will maintain the control only during the small and slow changes in load and frequency. Dear student, in this lecture video, you clearly understand the introduction to automatic generation control, and then what is the reason for limiting the frequency deviations, why that means what is the need of automatic generation control, and then what is the basic generator control loop function, and then what is the comparison between the AVR loop and the ALFC loop. Thank you student for watching this video.